What is up? What is up, my gorgeous Facebook family? How is everybody going? You're here with Kylie, Australia's emotional eating coach, and you know how we do. I'm here to empower you to take control of your relationship with food, create a body and a life that you love more than chocolate because you get to do it all deliciously on your terms. If you're joining me here live, we actually have a very special guest here today. This is Miss Molly. She's my little fur baby. So as you're dropping on, throw me an emoji, give me some likes and some love hearts for Miss Molly at the very least. She wants to be a little star. Oh, I'm not sure what she thinks she wants to do today. But she wanted to join us because she wanted to come up and say hello. So if you're dropping on live, let me know that you're here. Say hello to myself and Miss Molly. Because I wanted to talk to you today about the fact that we get all up in our head and so confused. Hey Shelby, how you going? It's so great to see you here. So if you're dropping on live, join me and Miss Molly for some fabulous, where are we now? We are in midweek loving. We've got some midweek mojo going on today. But this is how we do. I wanted to tell you very quickly today, just a little word of encouragement. I wanted to drop by and give you a word of encouragement to let you know that we get all up in our heads and so confused about the right move to make, the right thing to do, the right thing to eat, you know, what should we be wearing, what should we be deciding to do? And I wanted to tell you that, especially with the bigger decisions in life. Hey, thank you so much. Miss Molly, they're saying hello to you. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Oh, she looks very disinterested at the moment. Would you cut it out? Yeah, so this is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. The fact that you already know all the answers. You already know all the answers. We spend all our time running around looking for the solution on the outside. We're Googling this, that, and the other, trying to find the solution, the magic solution, and the answers to all our problems. You already know them. Now, I'm going to pop Miss Molly down. She's going to go down because she's quite heavy. I can tell you, she's a heavy little monkey, that one. She needs to go. I was going to say she needs to go on a diet. She needs to do one of my programs. She needs to go have some heavy duty weight loss situations going on there. But this is what we're talking about today. The fact that we get so freaked out in our heads. We're so scared of making the wrong move, the wrong decision. What if it doesn't feel good? What if what if it's not the right one? What if I make a mistake? But ultimately, this is what I want to share with you today. Ultimately, you already know the answers. You already know. You don't need anybody to tell you. You already know the right move to make in your heart. And I share this with you because I've been going through, this dilemma myself the last few days, which is where all the topics come from. I basically spread my life out before you, like on a piece of, bread, spread it out there like some butter and peanut butter and whatever's going on and lay it out there for everyone to examine. But, I kind of figure, why can't we all learn from the situations, right? This is where we're coming from today. And hey, Annie, how you going? Thank you so much. Yeah, I know she's a cutie, isn't she? She's a cute little monkey, Miss Molly. But, this is the deal. I've had this decision myself to make in the last few days about sometimes. Now, this particular one is in regards to relationships that are out of season. Relationships are not supposed to last forever. Can I just tell you that? And it doesn't matter what relationship it is. I'm not talking about, it might be a romantic relationship. It could be a friend, could be a lover, whatever. But relationships, I don't know. There are very, very few relationships that are actually supposed to last forever and a day. So if you're feeling me, give me the like, give me the love heart, because so many of us, we struggle. We get this really, but they're a friend and I don't want to let them go. And, they're going to be mad at me. They're going to be offended. It's like, it's all right. You can't control how anybody else feels or how they react or what they do. You can't. So stuffing yourself with chocolate or whatever in the trying to dull the anxiety down, or to try and dull your guilt down, or to delay what you have to do, that is not going to help. That is not going to help or change the situation. When you step into your power, right? Lizzie, how you going, babe? When you step into your power and really realize you're the one that gets to decide who stays in your zone of family, for your friends and lovers and whatever, for your life. You're the one who gets to decide. And you ultimately will know, because you'll feel it in your heart, when the time is right to let somebody or something go from your life. You will know. You will know, right? The thing is, usually, you've heard this saying, the thing that you don't want to do is usually the thing that you need to do. So the stronger the pull gets, the more, come on, the more you know it's time to take action. Really, it's about making decisions that are in alignment with you, your goals, and who you want to be for your life. if you have somebody in your life, and I'm talking more about like actual people or relationships, you know, that type of thing today. If you have someone in your life that is no longer in alignment for you, you don't need to feel bad about it. They don't need to feel bad about it. Again, let me reiterate, you cannot control how they're going to respond. You just can't, right? But you don't need to feel bad about it. You don't need to eat a tub of ice cream because you're like, oh, I feel so bad. Or from fear, oh, what are they going to do? What are they going to say? You can't control that. But you can ultimately control how you feel about it, how you respond, how you react, and the next right step that you take. It's always in your power. It's always in your power. You can't control what other people do, but you can always control how you feel about it. And eating ice cream, cake, cookies, chips, all that sort of stuff is not going to help or resolve the situation, right? Doing that as an avoidance tactic, oh, we are the masters of doing that as an avoidance tactic. We are. We're like, well, I'll just put it off. I just won't speak to them. Not right now. Maybe tomorrow. And then tomorrow rolls around. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe next week. And, you know, well, I do have to do X, Y, Z anyway, so I'll just schedule that in for later. We are the masters of procrastination. And procrastination doesn't come with you just wandering off, you know, and doing whatever, something constructive to procrastinate. I don't know. When we procrastinate, we use food. Food is our vehicle of procrastination. You can use it to procrastinate on doing the housework. List it out for me. Throw it there in the comments box. How many ways do we use food to procrastinate on the things that we do not want to do? Studying. Oh, I've worked with so many students and they're like, I eat myself stupid so that I don't have to study. I'm like, I know. I understand. Studying, homework, housework, making the call that you don't want to make, breaking off that relationship you don't want to break off. We will eat to delay the things we don't want to do. It's usually the things that are the scariest that will make us eat the most. The things that are the scariest are going to make us eat the most. How can you tell when it is time for you to move on and move past all this nonsense in your life? By how you feel. It's not hard, it's not technical, it's not difficult. You know by how you feel. You only have to, and here's the thing. Here's the beauty of this. It's not even something you need to, oh, I better tap in and get in my Zen zone and like do some meditation, see how I feel. You know how you feel because the more you delay and the more you procrastinate, the stronger those feelings get. Oh, they don't go away. They get stronger and stronger and you will find yourself eating more and more and more. And then finally you're like, well, I can't take this anymore. The pain of eating all this ridiculous food to try and delay speaking to the person I need to speak to, doing the task I need to do, right, whatever it is, that becomes more painful than just going through the motions of taking the action you know you were supposed to take 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. Are you feeling me? Yeah, because it's true. It is so true. Thank you so much. Dana, how you going? Oh, and hello to Molly. Thank you so much. Zoe, it's so great to see you here. Beck, bring your soup. It's fine. It's fine. Bring your soup. Thank you so much. So yeah, this is the thing, right? What we stress about is so not necessary. We make up big, giant, scary stories in our head, and then we live and eat from our stories instead of the actual reality. We be thinking, oh, something hideous is going to happen. I can't stand it. And then we eat. If we just went through the motions and took the next, the next relative step to reach the outcome and the goal that you would like to achieve, whatever it might be, getting rid of someone in your life, knocking a task off your to-do list, whatever it is, eating to procrastinate it and delay it, it's not going to make it go away. It's going to make it worse and more intense. Now, you can get support around this, of course. You don't have to do things alone. The more scary they are, yes, the more you need to step up and do it, and also, you might also want to get some support around that. When I say support, though, I don't mean ringing up 15 girlfriends and going, well, can I get your opinion on this? Everybody's going to have a different opinion about what you should do, think, and say. The only one that matters is yours, and the only one you should act on is the one that's in alignment for you. The one that's in alignment for you. Check in with your heart. If it doesn't feel good, if it feels wrong, then you know it's still not the right move to make. And let me tell you something, because I've put this out to some friends before. I'm like, oh, this is my concern. And can I tell you, I did this like recently. I said, this is my concern. And some friends came back to me and there was all kinds of amazing help and information. And one person just said, Kylie, you already know what to do. And it was that line. It was that line. That is the theme for today's live stream. It was that line that changed my view, my actions, my everything. I'm like, oh, of course, I do know what to do. I had listed out the steps there basically as I was sort of discussing it. And I said, this is the situation. This is what's going on. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this. And this one girl, she's like, Kylie, you already know what to do. I'm like, oh, damn it. I do. I do know what to do. I do know what to do, and I don't really particularly want to do it, but I know it has to be done. Because there are certain, like I said, if you're just joining me here live, Kim, how you going, babe? You will find in your life certain relationships, friendships, lovers, whatever, people and things are not supposed to stay in your life forever. You're not going to make that. Once they're drawn to you, you're supposed to stick forever. You stick for as long as you're of benefit to each other and you have something you can give and vibe with each other. But eventually, we're supposed to grow as human beings. You might outgrow them. They might outgrow you. Either way, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Nobody needs to be offended. Nobody needs to freak out. It doesn't need to be a big, cat clawing session. It doesn't, right? Thank you, honey. It's a very cool emoji. So this is where we're at today. It's about knowing that you can release people and things with love. And I just want to say, you can't control what they're going to do, what they're going to think, or what they're going to say. But you can always come back to self. Know that you don't have to eat that problem away. Eating yourself stupid isn't going to make it any different or any better on their end. It's not going to change anything. It's certainly going to change how you feel. It's going to change your situation, your circumstance, not for the worse, not for the better. So get that under control straight away. When it's time to release a relationship, release it with love. Out of season relationships are out of season for a reason. You've moved on. Either you or they, either way, the vibe is no longer there. The vibe is no longer there. And you'll know it from the little things. The little things that often people just say small things and you're just like, a little alarm bells almost go off. It's like ding, ding, ding. That just doesn't sit well with me anymore. The things that used to be fine, you used to sit around and gossip and bitch about people and it was fabulous, right? All of a sudden you find that just doesn't work for me anymore. I don't feel good doing that. It doesn't make me rise up as a woman, doesn't make me feel empowered. It makes me feel less constricted, contracted. It doesn't expand me, make me feel good about myself or other people. You will know when it is time to release and move on, right? But always follow your truth. Always follow your truth. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. You hear me say this all the time. Bending yourself into a pretzel to try and conform and be who you think other people want you to be. It's not worth it. You know why? Because you're going to come home, be so miserable about spending, 90% of your life being inauthentic that you're going to eat to calm yourself down, to try and find some kind of center again. And that is just, you hear me say, it's not worth it. It's so not worth it. How you going, Lindsay, Tara? It's so great. Kyle's in the house. BJ, how you going, baby? Thank you so much. This is sort of a more demure message today. I just wanted to put it out there and lay it on the line that not every relationship, if you're just joining me now, not every relationship is supposed to stay in your life forever. Just like we have the actual, seasons of the weather, relationships have seasons too. And you pretending to be someone that you're not, trying to conform, doing things that don't resonate with you, don't feel in alignment with you, don't feel good to you anymore, it's not the way to go. Relationships have seasons. The weather has seasons. Relationships have seasons. Everything in your life has a season. And when it's out of season, it's got to go. You got to pack its bags, pack it in Louis Vuitton if that's what you need to do, but send it on out, right? Express shipping elsewhere into someone else's stratosphere. It doesn't need to be a part of your life anymore. How you going? So Kim says, yeah, I always look at it as room. Yeah. I love that you're bringing this up. Before I close the door, I make sure the room is tidy and neatly packed away, and then I leave the room and then close the door. Yeah, and this is exactly what it's like with relationships and any other situation like that. When you're clearing out a relationship that's out of season, you're making space for some new ones, right? New ones that are going to resonate with you, that are going to lift you up higher, that are going to empower you. You can't, when your cupboard is full, right? So sort of what Kim's saying here, when your cupboard is jam-packed full of ridiculous junk, I'm not saying people are junk. No, I'm not. But I'm giving the analogy of like a cupboard, right? When your cupboard is jam full of ridiculous junk, you cannot fit anything else in there. So you might have junk in your cupboard, then you bring home something really precious and beautiful. You don't know where to put it now. You can't put it anywhere. There's no room in the cupboard. You got to clear out the old stuff. Make some room. Make some energetic space for new, amazing relationships, partnerships, anything, right? Anything to come into your life. It cannot come in when there is no space. So this is what we're talking about today. Ultimately, if you've got clarity on your situation, you know you're moving in the right direction. If you've got confusion, if you feel conflicted about something, then you'll know, oh no, something is so off here and it's time for you to just take a closer look. Take a closer look. You will always know. You will always know. Mainly, I want to get through to you today. Don't conform. Don't conform to who you think other people want you to be, what they want you to do, just so that you can fit in with the crowd. It's not worth it. It's not. You living your life from a place of authenticity and knowing that everything you do, think, say, and eat is in alignment with the person you want to be is the number one goal in life. Number one goal. You can't lift anybody up higher when you're squashing yourself down lower. There's your tweetable for the day. You can't lift anybody else up higher when you're squashing yourself down lower. You hear me say all the time, my empowerment message. And if you do go, please do. If this is helping you today, if you go ahead and share this out, you know you hear me say every day. When you give yourself permission to be all that you are and be authentically you and be empowered, you give somebody else permission to do the same. And that's what it's about. It's about allowing yourself to be your true authentic self. Don't squash yourself down. Don't hide your light. What for? So that other people can be happy? It's not worth it. That's why we eat. That's why we eat the ridiculous amounts of junk food, because we're so miserable in our own life. We think it's our body. It's got nothing to do with your body. It's got nothing to do with your weight. It's got to do with you tuning inwards first and finding out what is right for you, and then coming from that place instead of trying to conform and be who you think everybody else wants you to be in your life. So, like I said, I know this is a little more, normally I'm a lot more in your face, but today I just really wanted to share this with you because I just feel it's so, so important. When anything in your life is out of season, you can release it with love. You don't have to kick people's ass and, be aggressive. It doesn't have to be like that. And again, you can't control what they're going to do, what they're going to think, what they're going to say about you. You can't. You can't. You have to release it with love. Anything else is only going to torture you. And eventually we turn to food to dull that pain down. We're like, screw it, I need some happiness in my life. And so we just eat. So this is what I want to share with you today. And please, once again, as you know, I have some actual very cool stuff coming your way towards the end of the week, coming your way. So I want to, I'm going to give you the heads up because I'm still thinking about it in my head. I've had this idea mulling over for a few days now, and I'm like, this could be the most delicious thing since like PB&J, seriously. So yeah. Thank you so, so much. I am just mulling it over at the moment, but I'm going to share it with you in the next couple of days. I want to get your feedback and let me know what you think, because this is all about upping your vibe on a daily mojo basis. I want to know, I want to get it out there, and I can't wait to hear what you think about it. So until then, let me know. I want to tell you, because thank you so much to everybody who's joined me here and to all the replay watchers. I'm going to duck on out of here now because I do feel like this was a little more calmer vibe that we had going on today. And as you know, the lockdown is still open. There are still places open for the 4-day Transformation Personal Power lockdown that's happening on the Gold Coast right here in Australia. You can contact me about that. The previous few days live streams, I'll be giving you all the goss about that. Basically, we're looking at transforming your life, the progress that you would make with your life, with your relationship with food, with your body, the progress you would normally make over days, months, or days, please, over years or months, possibly, if you're like some kind of rock star, we will be condensing down into 4 days of unadulterated transformation. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, watch the previous live streams in the last few days, send me a private message, and I will send all the juicy information your way. But until then, I just want to share this with you today because it's really super important. The challenges that you're coming up with against in life, they're there for a reason. It's not like, ooh, why is this happening to me? It's happening because it's supposed to happen, and there's something you're supposed to get out of it. We can't grow as human beings as long as we keep twisting ourselves and bending ourselves into the shape we think someone else wants us to be. Step out, be authentically you. It's not worth it to live any other way. I'm sending you enormous amounts of love. Thank you so much, because please do remember, the only person who has the power to change your life is you. And when you come from that place of authenticity, you will always know the right move to make because you've got what it takes. Sending you big love, beautiful people. Bye for now.